I hate hypocrites. What about you? G'day everyone, Brian here. One of the things that frustrates me when I talk with people about coming to church is when they say, church is full of hypocrites. And they say that as though they're the paragon of virtue and nobody they deal with is a hypocrite in any way, shape or form. Of course that's ridiculous. There are hypocrites in every group, in every level of society. People who say you should do one thing and then do the other themselves. The church is not immune to that, I know. We know that. We understand our failings. We accept Jesus, the one who can make us clean. But that doesn't mean that if there are hypocrites in the church that they shouldn't be called out and they shouldn't be shamed for their hypocrisy. Jesus does this. In a passage where he is not too far earlier talked about loving your neighbour as being really important, he then lays into the hypocrites in the church. Now that itself is an interesting lesson. Loving your neighbour doesn't mean you just accept everything. Doesn't mean you just allow everything to go unchecked or unchallenged. Not at all. And so Jesus calls out these blokes. This is what it says. Jesus said to the crowd who's watching, "Watch out for the teachers of the law. They like to walk around in flowing robes and be greeted in the marketplaces, to have the most important seats in the synagogues and the places of honour at banquets." Oh, they like the big chair. And who doesn't? Isn't it nice when you're given that place of honour? But they take it. And they wear the robes to separate themselves from everybody else. The great unwashed. Jesus goes on to really stick into them. They devour widows' houses and for a show make lengthy prayers. Such men will be punished severely. Hypocrisy will always be outed. It might take time. It might take years. It might not happen until after someone has died, but hypocrisy will always be outed. And as Jesus says here, when people are putting themselves forward, when they're making a great show, when they're putting on some weird characteristics of religiosity and yet lacking what it is to be truly a follower of God, then such hypocrisy will be severely punished. That might be your history. It doesn't need to be your future. That might be where you are now, but it doesn't need to be where you remain. Jesus gives us new life, a new hope, and a new freedom. Why not embrace him and accept the freedom that he has? Let go of the fancy robes, let go of needing the big chair. Just enjoy Jesus. Enjoy your day. Abandon hypocrisy. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.